in 2018, and we had qualifying heats in this event earlier today. And so these athletes have had a taste of a competition coming into this final.
They've not run when it's wet. And so the next step is, what I don't see is squeegees out on the track, soaking up the areas where there are puddles. There's no perfectly level surface. You can see this great facility, but there are puddles and areas where it's wet, and hurdlers and jumpers don't like the rain. Shoes do have spikes in them, but you don't want to step down on the side of your shoe and slide in a puddle of water. So I'd love to see the ground staff come up with the squeegees and mop up these areas of water.
Janique Williams won a world title in the rain in Helsinki. She has an idea of what it feels like to run in conditions like these.
Yeah, what I do like that I see is that the rain has actually stopped. It's not a light rain, it's not heavy rain, it's actually stopped for now, because I remember in Helsinki it rained non-stop and it was very heavy rain. You don't want to be going over heavy rain with hurdles, and so while there is a break, because I understand there should be more rain coming, I'm happy to see these hurdles events go off.
Very much so. So the athletes will be introduced shortly for this final. All came through qualifying earlier today. Two Jamaicans in the final. One from French Guiana, one from Martinique, one from Curacao, one from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and one from Trinidad and Tobago.
Among that field is Brianna Davidson, the defending champion. Very, very good starter. Looked really good in qualifying this morning, and comes in. Had said in Jamaica after the trial she wants to try to defend her title. Battle Binga has beaten Binga this season, and will want to keep that going. Binga is formidable.
It's the personal best than Brianna Davidson, but when they met at the... But it was Brianna Davidson who took the Jamaican High School Championships with a fast 13:24 for fine form.
Binga wasn't there. 13:16 at an earlier, close enough to each other to make us cautious about picking the way. Track and field, you actually have to run the races.
Yeah, both looked really good in qualifying this morning. 2nd of March at GC Foster College in Spanish Town, Jamaica, in Hubert's.
By track, you walk out in your veranda, there it is, with top-class hurdlers.
The athletes about to be introduced now. And lane number 1, Leon Alfred from French Guiana comes in with a 14:51 clocking. Was in the final last year. Namia Caprice of Martinique, she's back there again.
Lots of fine French hurdlers come from the Caribbean, Martinique and Guadeloupe, and she's joined that line of succession.
Zaza France of Curacao goes in lane number 3. Has an outside shot of a medal, she'll feel. Keela Harewood of Barbados.
Look, within qualifying, her country has produced a men's world champion, Ryan Brathwaite.
Fastest qualifier and the defending champion, Brianna Davidson of Jamaica.
Good starter, raced last night in the 4x1s, and though that team disqualified, she has gotten a taste of what it's like to be out here.
Here's the athlete who is fastest in the field on personal best, 13.16. Qualified at 13:80, Kamoy Binga of Jamaica.
Maybe just about the favorite, a fine hurdle at full speed.
Sophia Swindle, U.S. Virgin Islands, goes in 7. And the Trinbagonian, Cuis Gomez, goes in lane number 8.
USVI got a medal in this event last year through Michelle Smith. Already she's run the 4 hurdles, comes back later at 2 laps, 800 meters.
You would make the Jamaicans favorites. Could be a mad rush for the bronze medal if the race plays out how we expect it to. But this is track and field, and there's a reason we run the races.
Harewood looked pretty good in qualifying, but the heat winners, Binga and Davidson, looked the best.
2-3-5. Zaza Franz of Curacao in lane number 3. If she can put a good race together, has a real shot at a medal. Final of the under-17 girls 100-meter hurdles. First track final on the final day of CARIFTA50. Davidson in 5, Binger in 6. The two Jamaicans favored here. Record 13-1-1. Crystal Morrison, another Jamaican, 2018.
Not safe. Binger has run 13.16 this season. And that some weeks ago, if she's peaked, that record could be caught.
As you pointed out, was not at the Jamaican High School Championships, so she comes in here fresh as well.
Which is a big factor for the Jamaican team this year. High power, high tension, high stress championship last week, and some of the athletes showing the stress and the effect of it.
Davidson ran the opening leg on Jamaica's under-17 sprint relay team last night.
Looked lively.
She sure did. They crossed the line first, but were later disqualified. The athletes get the command to head to their marks. Final of the under-17 girls 100-meter hurdles. Alfred, Caprice, France, Harewood, Davidson, Binger, Swindle, and Gomes. Off they go. Davidson, the defending champion, got up well. Binger starts to chase her. The two Jamaicans are already away from the rest. It's Davidson and Binger. Brianna Davidson defends her title brilliantly. Binger gets second, and the bronze medal goes to France of Curacao from lane 3. But the Jamaicans start brilliantly on the final afternoon of CARIFTA50. And Brianna Davidson, a champion last year, is the champion again.
That's so nice. They used to be high school teammates, now at different schools, but when you put on that black, green, and gold, you're one team. Davidson wins, being a second, and the defending champions on a roll these last few days, and Davidson joins the ranks of them who retain their titles.
13:31 for Davidson, 13:51 for Binger, and France of Curacao takes third at 14:26. Told you she had a real shot at that bronze medal, and she put a beautiful race together. Here's another look at it.
Binger on the left of the two Jamaicans. Davidson hurdling right beside her. The mistake by Binger coming up now, and the flawless defending champion flows away from her and takes the gold medal for the second time. Head-on shot shows how good Davidson is at getting back to ground after leaving it to clear each hurdle. Binger drifting outside to her lane, but right down the center is Davidson, the defending champion, clear, and runs freely to the finish to a second gold medal in 2 seasons.
There you have it, 13:31 for Brianna Davidson. Kamoy Binger, 13:51, a 1-2 for Jamaica. Zaza Franz of Curacao, 14:26, securing the bronze medal, with Alika Harewood of Barbados just outside the medals at 14:33.